All right, students, I welcome you. I welcome you for another important session on gravitation. Last time we have given you what is gravitation. You have been told that there is a universal law of the gravitation. What it says that every object is attracting every other object by a force which is directly proportional to product of the masses and inversely proportional to the distance between the center of the two objects. And the Earth's gravitational force is what we call as gravity of the Earth. And what is the importance of this? What we talked of universal law of gravitation. What was that? If mathematically we have given a formula, the universal law of gravitation. What was the formula for the students? F is equal to G m by d the square. That means we said the force is directly proportional to the product of the masses. Force is inversely proportional to the square of the distance. So if you have two masses, one of mass m, other of mass m, d is the distance between them, then there is a force of the gravitational force which is existing between the two masses. Any two masses will always have a gravitational force. And G was found to be, what was the value of G, students? Very, very small value was found. What is the value of G? Can you tell me what is the value of G?
Yes, sir. 6.673 into 10 raised to the power minus 11.
And what are the units?
Newton meter square per kg square.
These are important. Units are asked in the paper a lot. And this is important that this force is, you can see that the force, gravitational force is very weak force. It is very weak. And that question was there, why we don't experience attraction? We are also having masses. What is the reason that you are not attracted, or you are not attracting the books towards yourself? But what reason was given?
Sir, because the attractive force exerted by the earth is much more larger.
Yes, we have been able to calculate. If we put the value of G, if we put the mass of Earth and mass of our mass, supposing 50 kg, and distance between the Earth, and then we will find the force which is at the gravitational force Fg will be very, very small, negligible. If we have M, for example, 50 kg and another mass supposing 40 kg, this force will be very, very weak. But if we take gravitational force, if we take the mass of the Earth, what is the mass of the Earth? You have given some number, we have given for the mass of the Earth was taken to be how much? 6 into 10 power 24 kg. And if you are having a mass of 50 kg, now this force will be quite significant. So this force will be significant, and therefore we are attracted by the gravity of the Earth. We can calculate these values and see that the gravity of the Earth is attracting the objects toward itself, and therefore there is a gravitational force between any two objects, but the Earth's gravitational force is much, much larger. Therefore, we don't experience it. And also, you have seen there is a frictional force which opposes the motion. So because of these reasons, we are not attracting each other, but Earth is attracting us. And that is what binds us to Earth. That's what I'm saying. The importance of the universal law of gravitation is very clear. There was a question, what is the importance of law of gravitation? Number one, you have seen it binds us to Earth. Are we on Earth? Are we flying out of Earth?
No, sir.
So we are bound by the gravity of the Earth, and you have seen satellites in zero gravity positions. They are floating in the atmosphere. It is responsible for motion of the moon around the Earth. And why should moon be orbiting around the Earth? Because there is a force, there is a gravity of the Earth which is attracting the moon towards itself. What we call that as, what is that force? Centripetal
force.
Centripetal force. We have told you that the centripetal force is attracting the moon around the earth, but moon does not fall on the earth, because what is happening? It is orbiting. It is orbiting. You have seen there, there is a balance between the velocity of the moon and the centripetal force of the earth. Otherwise, what will happen? If the velocity of the moon becomes more than that, it will fly up horizontally, following a tangential path. So this is important. Centripetal force. It is responsible for motion of planets around the sun. That's what we know. Solar system, you have seen how the planets are orbiting around the sun. Gravitational force of moon also, you know, causes tides in seas on the earth. All these phenomena are we are aware of. Now the question was why the moon is orbiting around the earth and not earth is orbiting around the moon, because there is always equal and opposite force of gravitational force existing between any two masses. What was the reason?
Sir,
Why?
because mass of Earth is quite big, so it will not accelerate.
Yes, the force we have defined is equal to mass into acceleration. So acceleration is inversely proportional to the mass. Force is same, but acceleration will be inversely proportional to the mass. The result of which is that mass of Earth is much larger than the mass of the moon. Therefore, both are equal and opposite forces are gravitational force, but then moon will orbit around the sun due to larger mass of the Earth. So these are some of the questions which were answered last time. And today we will be discussing another important thing about the gravity of the Earth. Very important thing, we are coming, gravity of the Earth. Earth is attracting everything towards itself by a force which we call as a force of gravity. So what is happening? We already discussed the universal laws of gravitation and the formula. Now we are coming to something very interesting, what we call as a free fall. What is a free fall, student? What do you mean by a free fall? For example, student, supposing you are standing on this, this is a top of a building. This is a top of a building. Supposing a stone falls, what happens? This stone is released. What is the result of this? It falls towards the ground. Does it fall towards the ground? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You know that you have studied in the chapter of motion. Whenever anything has to move, you have to apply a force on it. Some force has to be applied. Without a force, object cannot move if it is at rest. Now, here I am saying I am not applying any force. We do not apply force. We do not apply. We do not apply. We just release it. We just release it. But the stone is traveling downwards. Here, what is the reason? What is the force which is attracting the stone towards itself?
Gravitational force.
There is only what I am saying, gravitational force. Force has to be there, but it is gravitational force, student. And what is the direction of this? Direction. This is coming downward. The stone will be coming downward, student. It is not going to change its direction. It is not going to change its direction. So the earth is attracting students, this stone by a force of gravity. But in between, you know, there is air also. What do you have? There is air. The air can offer friction. The air can offer friction. But since the, you know, air particles are having very less resistance, the resistance due to air is very small. If this resistance is very small, student, we may ignore it for the time being. We say, okay, when I am releasing stone, let me assume there is the force of friction is negligible. Then the only force which is acting on this is a force of gravity. I'm not applying any external force. So the stone is falling under the gravitational force only. What I'm saying, the object here is falls, okay, falls under the influence of which force?
Gravitational force.
Under the influence of gravitational force only. No other force is acting, and this is what we call as a free fall. This is what we call as a free fall, student. Free fall. The object is falling freely. And what will be the result of that? There is a free fall, student. So object fall towards under this force only, under the gravitational force only. So this is the meaning of the free fall of the object. What will happen, student, to this? Is there any change in the direction of the fall of the stone? There is no change in direction of fall of object. There is no change in direction of the fall of the object. But what will happen to the velocity, student? Will the velocity remain the same, or there will be an increase in velocity? What is happening? There will be increase in magnitude of velocity. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So the velocity is increasing. Velocity is increasing as it is falling towards the ground. And when velocity is changing, students, velocity is increasing. What will happen? There will be an acceleration which will be produced. What will be there? Acceleration. Acceleration will be produced in the falling object, free fall of the object. So the object is falling freely under the force of gravity. What is the result of that? You are saying that the direction is not changing, but velocity is changing. So what is acceleration? Rate of change of velocity. So the object will experience an acceleration, but this acceleration is due to what? This is acceleration due to gravity. Therefore, a free falling object experiences an acceleration due to Earth's gravitational force. And this is what we call as acceleration due to gravity. What is this then? Acceleration due to gravity, students. And this is denoted by a special symbol, G. Let me say. Now let us see what I'm talking about. Something is very interesting what I'm saying, student. When an object falls from an height under the influence of gravitational force, point to be noted. Under the influence of gravitational force only, it is known as a free fall. There will be a question to the student. What is a free fall? What is a free fall? What do you understand by a free fall, students? The object is
when object falls from any height due to gravitational
force only, with no other external force has been applied. In case of free fall, no change in direction takes place, but magnitude of velocity changes because of the acceleration, and that acceleration is what we are calling as G, small g. Earlier we have talked of big G, which was a universal gravitational constant. Now I'm talking of acceleration due to gravity, small g. As you can see, sometimes you have seen amazing things. You have observed students, they people you see floating in the atmosphere. You have seen these such type of games, sports where people are falling from a height and floating in the atmosphere. You have seen people parachute jumping from a height of 24,000 feet from an aeroplane. So what is this? That's once they are in the atmosphere, the only force they have is gravitational force of the earth. An object exhibiting projectile motion. What happens? Supposing you are standing here, you throw a stone, then what happens after some time? The stone starts falling on the earth, student. Fruit falling from a tree. You have seen a tree and you are seeing the fruit is falling from the tree. What is the result of that? It is falling from the tree. Stone dropped from a hill. You are on a hill, stone is dropped like this. A spacecraft in continuous orbit. You have seen spacecraft moving around the Earth's orbit in a continuous orbit. Meteor falling towards the Earth, skydiving. This is what I'm talking. This is skydiving. Skydiving. All these are examples of, what are these examples of? Free fall. So they are only gravitational force is acting on the objects, and all these objects will experience what? Acceleration due to gravity. All right. Let us see what we mean by this, students. I hope the idea is very clear. Question was, what is acceleration due to gravity? Students, you are saying the symbol of this is the G, a very important symbol, small g. Object fall towards the earth and acceleration is involved. The acceleration is due to Earth's gravitational force. Therefore, this acceleration is called acceleration due to gravitational force or acceleration due to gravity. It is denoted by unit G. Now, what will be the SI unit of G? What will be the SI unit of G, students? What are the, this is acceleration. What are the units of acceleration?
Meter per second square.
It is only the difference, acceleration due to gravity. Due to gravity, we are seeing. And you know already what are the units, meter per second square, or what you say, meter per second inverse. These are the units, acceleration, SI units. The acceleration due to gravity is denoted by G. The acceleration of a body is caused by the force acting the body to Earth's gravitational force, and this force can be written as mg, where m is the mass of the body. Basically, what is happening? Why? Because there is a mass, so the force is acting on the object by the Earth's gravitational force, which, you know, the mass of the body is always acting towards the gravitational force of the Earth, which is the m into g. Let us do an activity. Let us do an activity in order to demonstrate this. Take a stone, throw it upwards. Here is a stone, student. You throw it upwards. What will happen? What will happen? It reaches certain height, then starts falling. It will reach certain height, then what is the result of that? After that, it will fall downward. So you have thrown it with some velocity, student. At the particular height, its velocity will become 0, and then it starts falling back. So this is an example of what we say, acceleration due to gravity. So it falls back on the earth. This is an activity. Can we derive the formula of acceleration due to gravity? This is an important question. The derivation of the formula of acceleration due to gravity. What will be the value of G, students? What is the value of G, acceleration due to gravity? How will we determine it? You already know, as I said, that if m is the mass of an object, then there is an acceleration when a force will act on a body. When a force will act, supposing you have a mass of object m, students, then you know the force, if a force F is applied on the body, that is equal to mass into acceleration. This is what is this law known as? Second law of motion. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Force is equal to mass into rate of change of velocity. Now, in case of free fall means what? The body is falling only. Which force is acting?
Gravitational force.
Gravitational force of Earth. When gravitational force of Earth is attracting the object, then A is, we say, is equal to G, which is acceleration is due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity. So then this formula will become what? F will be equal to m into g. So when an object is having a free fall, there is a force which is acting on the object due to the gravity of the earth, due to gravitational force of the earth. And the acceleration is called the acceleration due to gravity. Now, you have been just revised the universal law of gravitation. What is the universal law of gravitation, students?
Sir, in universal law of gravitation, the forces acting between two bodies is directly proportional to product of mass of two objects and inversely proportional to the square of distance.
So if I say mass of earth is capital M, then the gravitational force is equal to gravitational constant, mass of the earth, mass of the object, and d square. D square is the distance between the object and the earth. Now you have seen the radius of earth is very large. So if I assume object is near to earth, students, then I can use d as the radius of the earth. R is the radius of the earth. Object is posing at a distance of 1 kilometer. Now what is the radius of the earth? How big is the radius of the earth? How much is that? Radius of the earth is around, how much value we gave last time? Supposing 3.84 into 10 power 5 kilometer or something like that. So we can assume this d equal to radius of the earth. Then what it will become? G m by r the scale. This is my equation number 2. Is it right?
Yes, sir.
So students, what is interesting that this is a gravitational force and this must be equal to this force which is given by the Newton's second law. So we can say from 1 and 2 students, if I put this m into g is equal to g m by r the square, what is happening, student? This m and this m is cancelling. So that implies what is g equal to g m divided by r the square. Very important relationship, students. Very important relationship is coming now. Note down, this is very important because there will be questions based on this. We are coming to a very important result, that we can calculate the value of acceleration due to gravity for the earth if this is the mass of the earth, gravitational constant, and r is the radius of the earth. If I want to calculate the value of g for moon, this will be the mass of the moon and this will be the radius of the moon. If I take any planet, Jupiter, then I will put the mass and the radius. But there is a gravitational force between every mass which we have, and there is always going to be an acceleration due to gravity. Therefore, students, this is the formula. Here we have again shown it, but we have derived here. F is equal to ma, that's the second law. F is equal to free fall of the body, replace a by g, and universal law of gravitation, students. So this is, we are going to replace d by r, radius of the earth, because the radius of earth is very large as compared to distance of the object from earth. The result is that we are equating these two equations and you are getting a value of g. Very important. Note it down, students. Note it down, the derivation. This is the derivation of acceleration due to gravity. Noted?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, students, we want to calculate. Next question is question calculate the value of G, acceleration due to gravity. When I say gravity, I am talking of Earth. Now, students, you already got a formula. G is equal to G mass of the Earth divided by the R radius of Earth. Radius of Earth, the square. So, what is the value of G, students? 6.7, 10 minus 11 Newton meter square kg the minus 2. What is the mass of the Earth? 6 into 10 power 24 kg. 6.10 into 24 kg. And what is the radius of the Earth? What is the radius of the Earth? What you are getting? Where is the radius of the Earth is how much?
6.4 into 10 raised to power minus 6.
6.4 into 10 power 6 meter per second. Oh, what we are saying? So what is this value coming to be, students? How much it will come?
9.8 into 9.8 meter per second.
If we put it 6, this will be 6.7 into 6. 6.7 into 6 divided by 6.4 into what is this? 11 r the square. This is r the square. 6.4 into 10 power 6 meter square. A meter square, they will cancel out. And 1 kg and then Newton we will convert. Okay. 6.4 into 6.4. So how much is that? 10 power 24 plus minus 11 minus 12. This value will come. This is 10 into 10 only. This is almost 1. Around 10 it is coming. We can see that. If I make an approximation. And this value comes out to be 9.8 meter per second. So here is a calculation, student. G is equal to this. Put the values. So what is the acceleration due to gravity, student? G is equal to 9.8 meter per second scale. So any free falling object will experience an acceleration due to gravity. What is the value of that? 9.8 meter per second square. Interesting thing. Do you see anything very important here? What is so important about this formula, students? What is so important? What is important of this formula, students? You see that this is G, this is the mass of the Earth, radius of the Earth, gravitational constant. Radius of the Earth is also constant, mass of the Earth is also constant. Is it changing? No. Radius of the earth will change at the equator and at the pole, that we will tell you. So, but it does it depend on the mass of the object? Is there any mass of the object here? This G does not depend, very important point, does not depend on M. What is M? Mass of the object. Very important point, student. This G does not depend on the mass of the object. What it means? You can take 5 kilogram mass. G is not a function of, G is not function of M, mass of the object. Supposing you take 5 kg mass, you take 50 kg mass, will they experience the different value of G or same value of G if the height is same? So what is the value of G for the objects, for the free fall of the objects, for the free fall of the objects? What do you think? Will they experience different values of acceleration due to gravity or same values of acceleration due to gravity? What is your answer, students?
Sir, they will experience same.
So it's a very important point that the acceleration due to gravity does not depend on the mass of the object. Because this formula is very important. We don't have any small m here. That cancelled out with mg and mg when we derived the formula. So it's interesting and it has been verified, student. It has been verified. Also experimentally. See that certain things become very, very important, and when we do it, students, so what we are saying, students, that the value of small g formula we should be able to remember now. Due to Earth's gravitational mass of the Earth and radius square of the Earth. By now, this formula is known to us, students. Okay? This formula is known to us. That the G, what is the G, student? This formula should be known and we should be able to remember it because questions will be asked on this formula. The gravitational constant, mass of the Earth, radius of the Earth, we already got a number that there is no small m, the mass of the object is not there. Therefore, this does not depend on the mass of the object. So an activity, motion of objects under influence of gravitational force of the Earth. Let us do an activity to understand whether objects, hollow or solid, big or small, will fall from a height at the same rate. So how do we say that this will hold true? So an experiment is done. That you will take objects of different masses. It could be hollow, solid, big or small, and you will fall them from the same height and try to see the rate at which they are falling. The rate at which they are falling, students. Now here an experiment has been done. What is the experiment? Activity. What is the activity, students? This activity is listed in the NCERT book. Take a sheet of paper and a stone. What is the sheet of paper looks like? Paper. And you have a stone. This is my stone. Drop them simultaneously from the first floor of a building. This is the top of the building, students. This is my ground. And you drop both of them simultaneously. We see the paper reaches the ground little later than stone. What do you find? Experiment if you will do this. Will the two reach at the same time? According to what we learned, G does not depend on m. Supposing masses are different, this has mass m1, this has mass m2. ठीक है? This, supposing this stone is having 500 grams, and supposing this is only 25 grams. ठीक है? But we know G does not depend on m. Does it depend on m? No. So we should expect that, okay, both should fall, ठीक है, at the same rate. But what is observed in this case? Paper reaches the ground little later. What could be the reason then, students? What happened? What explanations you are giving? Because the value of G does not depend on the mass, we have already calculated. But in this case, what happened? You know, paper is like this, stone is like this, and there is a air which is present in the atmosphere. So the air resistance is there, and in this case, the air resistance happens. So air offers a resistance due to friction. Air offers resistance due to friction. Due to friction to the motion of the falling objects. To the motion of falling objects. Falling object. So the resistance offered by air to paper is more than resistance offered to the stone. So if we do the experiment in glass jar from which air has been sucked out, the paper and stone will fall at the same time. If I remove all the air, okay, if you remove air and do the same experiment, what will happen? What will you observe?
They will reach the ground at the same time.
They will reach the ground at the same time. Because the paper is shaped like this, you know, the volume of paper is very large, so then it experiences more resistance. And if I take two stones posing 5 kg and 10 kg, then what will happen? If the resistance is just negligible, then they are going to be coming at the same rate. So the acceleration due to gravity is small g, it is 9.8 meter per second, and it does not depend on the mass of the object, but air resistance can be the cause in certain cases, like the paper and the stone, due to which the paper may reach the ground little later. Important point, the G is equal to G into m by r square. We know that object experiences acceleration during free fall. The acceleration experienced by the object is independent of the mass. This is a very important, and question could be asked on this, independent of the mass. All objects should fall at the same rate. According to a story, Galileo dropped different objects from the top of the Leaning Tower of Pisa in Italy to prove the same. In order to prove this, an activity and experiment was done by Galileo. What he did, he dropped different objects from the top of Leaning Tower of Pisa. Where is Pisa? Is it in Italy? Okay? From the Leaning Tower, and he found the answer to be correct. He was able to verify this result. Now, students, the story is not yet complete. Another important point to note is, you know, your Earth. Is it a sphere, student? Earth, is it a sphere?
Yes, sir.
Sphere means the radius is same everywhere.
No, sir.
Earth is not a perfect sphere. Earth is not a perfect sphere. ठीक है. The radius of earth is not same everywhere. I say that, student, something like this. This is the center of the earth, students, posing. This is the pole and this is the equator. And this is your pole of the earth. This radius is small, this radius is large. Which radius is larger? Radius of earth is increasing. Radius of earth is increasing from pole to equator, right? You are here.
Yes.
You start walking. What is happening? The radius is changing. Okay? You see what is happening? Radius of earth is increasing radius. Radius is increasing. And if radius is increasing, student, what will happen? What will happen to the value of G? G, what is the formula of G? Is equal to G M by R square. So G is inversely proportional to R square. R increases, what will happen to G?
G will decrease.
G decreases. And then what will happen to the weight of the object? M into G. G becomes less. Then what will happen to the weight? Weight of object will increase or decrease?
Decrease.
Weight of object decreases. Very important point. So if you are standing on pole, and if you come to the equator, what will happen, student? Your weight will increase or decrease? So the weight will change.
Decrease.
Weight will decrease. If you have a gold, if you take gold 50 kg on the pole and you come at the equator, how much it will become? Less. If you weigh the gold at equator and sell it at pole, what will happen? It will weigh more.
Yes, sir.
In other words, student, the weight W is equal to mg. Where it will be more, at the pole or at the equator? More at
Pole.
pole. This is an important question. Less at
Equator.
why?
Because the radius is increasing, so G value will decrease.
So the G is inversely proportional to R square. This is important point. Such questions are likely to be asked to the students. But you see in that when the free fall of body takes place, it is independent of the mass. Independent of the mass. This is very, very important point. Only problem comes when there is air friction, which we have seen by the activity which we have told you. So the activity which we have shown, student, all right, this is all information which we have, very important. Then we already now know what is the value of G, how to find it, and what are the factors on which the G value depends. So we can assume overall, if the radius of the earth be considered as almost same, not much difference is there, then we can say that value of G we can assume constant near the earth. Constant near the earth to be how much? 9.8 meter per second square. Sometimes in the numericals they give 10. Okay, to make the calculation easy, no problem. We will use that. Therefore, and we can say that the value of the equations of the motions of the objects which we studied, all the equations all the equations of motion. Figure all the equations of the motions of objects with acceleration a should also be valid for acceleration due to gravity. ठीक है? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. What are those equations of motion which we study, students? There are three equations of motion which were studied by us.
Yes, sir.
What are those three equations of motion?
V is equal to U plus AT.
Okay,
S is equal to UT plus half as AT square. And
three
2AS is equal to V square minus U square.
equations of motion we studied. V is equal to U plus AT, student. What is V?
Final velocity.
What is U?
Initial velocity.
What is A?
Acceleration.
What is T?
Time.
Time in seconds. First equation. What was the second equation, student?
S is equal to UT plus half AT square.
Second equation. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. What is S?
Distance.
Distance. And what is the third equation of motion?
2AS is equal to V square minus U.
All right, V square is equal to U square plus 2AS. We can say that, student, these equations can be used, can be applied. ठीक है? The only thing will be when we will have acceleration due to gravity, we will replace A by G, where G is the acceleration due to gravity. In other words, student, these equations can be written like V is equal to U plus GT, S is equal to UT plus half GT square, V square is equal to U square plus 2GS, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
when acceleration due to gravity will be involved, we can use this, but the only situation is, students, the sign is important. Sign of G. When object is going upward, what happens to it? If you throw a stone upward, the force acceleration due to gravity is acting in opposite direction. And when it reaches a height, it becomes at rest 0, then it starts falling. When it is falling towards the earth, what happens? The acceleration due to gravity, what is happening to the, it is in the direction of the velocity. So what we will do, student, we will use a sign convention, sign, while using these equations. So what we are saying, in applying these equations, we will take acceleration A to be positive when it is in the direction of the velocity. This stone is falling. Now this is in the direction of the velocity is increasing. Then we will take what sign? Positive. So here the value of G will be taken as positive. This is the fall of the stone. And it will be taken negative when it opposes the motion. Now this object is falling. Therefore G is positive. And what will happen if object is moving opposite to the motion? In this case, what will we do, student? If I say object is going like this, so you are throwing upwards, what will be the G then? Positive or negative?
Negative.
So we will take G as a negative sign for solving the questions on this. The important point, the equations of motion are valid and can be equally applied in all these cases. In all these cases. So we have a question number 1 here based on this. He says a car falls off a ledge and drops to a ground in 0.5 seconds. Let the value of g is 10 meter per second. What is the speed on striking the ground? What is the average speed during 0.5 second? How high is the ledge from the ground? Student, you have 2 minutes to answer the question. And the equations we have already given you, student. You can apply the 3 equations of motion and use g in this case. A car falls off a ledge. Some ledge is there, student. And here you have a car. It falls, okay, and drops to ground in 5 seconds. What is the time? 0.5 seconds. The value of g, how much? 10 meter per second square. 10 meter per second. Now it is falling, okay, to the ground. Fall. Then what will be g, positive or negative, students?
Positive.
When u is how much? 0. It was at, okay. What is the formula? V is equal to u plus at. We can say V is equal to gt. What is the value of this? 0 plus how much? 10 meter per second square. What is the time?
0.5 seconds.
Then what is the velocity?
5 meter per
5 meter per second. What is the speed on striking the ground? Therefore, the car will strike the ground, student, with a speed of 5 meter per second. Second, what is the average speed, student? What is the formula of the average speed? U plus V by 2, students. What is U?
0.
And what is this? 5 divided by 2. How much? What is the third, student? How high is the ledge? If S is the distance, what is that? S is equal to ut plus half gt square, student. 0 plus half, what is the value of g? 10 meter per second square. What is the time?
0.5 seconds.
Into 0.5 s square cancelled. What is the answer coming, student?
1.25 meter.
1.2 into 10 into 5 by 10 into 5 by 10, student. 5 to the 5 to the 2 5 the, what is that? 5 by 4, 1.25 meter is the height of the ledge from the ground. So students, you can see that how we can apply the 3 equations of motion to using A as acceleration due to gravity. The sign is important. When the direction is same as the velocity, then it is positive. When direction is opposite to the direction of the velocity, we will use sign G. Then the key takeaway that there is a free fall of the objects. They experience an acceleration due to gravity, due to the gravitational force of the earth. And this is independent of the mass of the body. and the value of G is equal to capital G and mass of the earth divided by the radius of the earth square, and the equations of motion are valid. And the only difference you have seen, the radius of earth changes from pole to equator. So as you move from pole to equator, your weight will, what will happen to your weight?
It will decrease.
It will decrease as the R in changes, when the value of G also will vary. All right, then this ends up the session here. I hope you have understood free fall in a very good detailed manner. Try to share our videos to at least 5 or 10 friends, and we will thank you. And then I will meet you in my next class. Okay, bye.
Thank you, sir.